Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library. This week we are looking at kind of like a beginner's guide to AI. So we're going to go through, explain a little bit what AI is exactly, and then some of the most common sites used for different things with AI. So artificial intelligence is obviously what AI stands for. And this is something that is changing our world in lots of ways, and so many of us are interacting with it daily and we don't even realize it. The goal of AI is to show and implement human intelligence in machines so that the machines give the appearance that they're acting like a human. Everyday uses that we see, I'm going to explain a little bit more in the next bit of information, but Netflix, Amazon, Spotify, they all give you personalized recommendations. That's one very common way you find, as well as searching the web with the different queries you get based upon what you've done in the past, robotics, transportation and navigation systems. So many of us, when we're traveling, we just simply put in an address, and that is AI at work, as well as anything we're doing when it comes to text editing and to improve grammar and how we run those things such as Grammarly and such to improve what we are writing. So virtual assistants, like was mentioned before, Siri, Alexa, Google Assist, understand verbal commands and questions, and then they provide an answer to us. Amazon, Netflix, they show suggestions based upon things we've watched in the past. AI is being used by doctors in taking medical images with tumors and abnormalities and diseases based upon previous information that they have. AI can replace tasks such as writing letters and recommendations or any other type of correspondence we have to improve, as well as chatbots. So many times anymore when we're contacting anything with a help desk, sometimes that first contact you're making is actually with a chatbot. What lacks here when we're dealing with AI is that generalized intelligence of a human, of course, as well as the common sense. So they're saying that by the age of 11 months, most individuals have some common sense. Of course, a machine is not going to have that ability. It's susceptible to bad training data. So in other words, information that's getting put in is not always accurate. It's not always correct. And then that's bad information. A common example of that would be in the past with Wix, or the site that we would use, Wikipedia. Wikipedia, anyone could put information in. Didn't always necessarily mean it was correct and accurate information. And then reliance on large training data sets of new data. So in other words, anytime information is being put in, it needs a large amount of information before it can take that and then spit that back out to individuals. So AI is basically what is referred to as machine learning. So this is the most common type, I should say, is machine learning. So in other words, A to B, or input to output mappings. And it's called what is referred to as supervised learning. So examples of that would be you input something in English and then the output comes back to you in a different language. That's a machine translation. So it's the A to B. I put one thing in, I expect something else out. Same thing, online ad platforms, where they have a piece of AI where it inputs some information. So it's looking at the ads and then it's figuring out who you are, and then those ads that are coming back are based upon you and your personal preferences and the things that you've done in the past. So again, it's that A to B, it's input to output based upon information that's been given. So common AI assistants that are used daily by so many people. I'm going to pull those across here. I've got ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and Claude. So when we look at ChatGPT, ChatGPT is an open AI. It's a conversational model. You put information in, it gives you information back, you can add to, and you can keep having a conversation. Perplexity is another AI model, and its focus is more on real-time information, retrieval and research. There's similarities and differences based upon all of these. Perplexity is one we are going to look at next month in a little bit more detail. Gemini is Google's model. It was formerly known as Bard. So Bard would be the site that you would normally in the past have went to instead of Gemini. And then Claude was developed by a different company, and it's Anthropic is the company that developed Claude. Again, these are just the 4 that I have found research based upon that seem to be the most used by individuals. The next slide, we're looking at some common AI sites that are used for creating a resume. So I've got 6 different sites listed here. Kickresume is the first one. I'm going to take a second here, and I am going to close this up for a minute here, and we're going to go back to, and I'm going to bring across here what would be Kickresume. And if I bring this across, what you're going to see is this is the first one here is Kickresume that is listed. And Kickresume is one that you can create your resume here. Again, I want to make note that the ones that I am showing you today are not necessarily, some parts are, some parts are not free in terms of what you would see and be able to use. So Kickresume will, it's known for its AI-driven content suggestions and customizable templates. So there's several templates here. The next one is what is referred to as Rezi, and it's REZI, and it again is used for resume creation, and again, different styles. It looks at the keywords and skills, and then provides information of improving. And then we have Enhance. Again, notice the spellings of all of these. They are each one spelled slightly different, and again, like I said, some you can use some parts for free, others there is a cost. We have what is ResuMaker is another one that is often used. I have resume.io, and then I have what is referred to as JobScan. The difference a little bit with JobScan is JobScan takes a little bit of a closer look at the resume you already have in terms of jobs that are qualified, that you're maybe highlighted and best qualified for. So those are what would help and look for creating resumes. And then I have the last, I'm going to bring this back across here, and we'll bring across again Kickresume, Rezi, Enhance, ResuMaker AI, Resume.io, and JobScan. Those were what we talked about when it comes to the resumes. And then common AI site and tools used for writing. Sudowrite, that's probably the most common site that you would find. Then we also have Writer. Again, notice a lot of these they use phonetically, but they completely change the spelling around. And then we have Copy AI. Again, these are the three sites that I found that are most often used when it comes to anything to do with writing. I will. I'm just going to go back again, just so that you can touch base and see. I've got the common AI assistants used daily. I have the common AI sites used for creating a resume, and I have the common AI sites used for writing. So that's what I guess I personally had felt you would find most helpful in terms of going out looking to see what AI tools that are available that you might find useful to use for yourself. I hope everyone has a great week, and we will see you next week.